We are just 2 wins away from potentially qualifying for the Champions League and also being crowned champions of the Conference League. Hello, welcome to Club 3, part 11 of the Global Explorer. Coming up in today's episode, we do have our final league game of the season against Vigo, and obviously the Conference League final against Lausanne. But since the last episode, we haven't played too many football matches, only 2 to be precise. They were a 0-0 draw against Levante, and we got absolutely annihilated by Barcelona. I think we're a long way off from winning the league, but if we can win 36 out of the 38 games next season, that should be good enough to win the league. But at the moment, we're decent, but we're not quite at Barcelona's standard just yet. But obviously a win. Obviously, this is the league table going into the last game of the season. We're on 65 points. Bilbao are on 68. So I don't know if there is any way we can get above them, because I think we've beaten them and drawn against them. We lost against them earlier on in the season 6-1, and the reverse picture was a 3-2 win. So I'm presuming if we win and they lose, and obviously bearing the goal difference, I think we might go above them. So there's a slight chance we could finish in the top 4, which would get us Champions League football. 5th place might get us Champions League football. Either way, we're qualified for the Europa League. So this is the lineup. It is Sissoko in goal, a back four of Lichong, Dervas, Cobbs, and Akanji. Prente at the base of the midfield. Then ahead of him, we've got Costa Silva and Hernandez. We've got Smiris out on the right, Pablo Garcia on the left, and we've got Jantu up for making his final ever appearances for Real Betis. Obviously, he is joining Valencia at the end of the season. I don't know where Valencia actually finished this year. I don't know. Obviously, last year, I think they finished just above us and qualified for the Champions. Maybe not the Champions League, but they definitely qualified for some flame of European football. But it'd be interesting to see if they actually qualified for Europe. I'm hoping they didn't. Let's have a look. Where did Valencia finish? Valencia, oh my god, where are they? Where are they? They are ninth, and there's a slight chance they could backdoor their way into Europe if they get into 8th. And obviously, if we win the Conference League, that will free up an extra spot for the Europa League coming from our league, because obviously we're not really going to take up a spot. And I think, I'm hoping, if we win the Conference League, that qualifies us for the Champions League. I don't know if that does happen, but it might do. It might not. Either way, we have to win this final league match in order to try and get ourselves into a decent position where we can try and finish 4th, because being in the Champions League wouldn't be too shabby, but being in the Europa League is probably the next best thing, because I don't think we're quite ready to challenge for the Champions League just yet. Maybe in a couple seasons' time, but definitely not next season. I mean, we might do. It depends how much budget we get given. If we get given at least 100 million, yeah, I think we will probably go on and win the Champions League with that sort of money. But if we get like at least 40 million and sell a few players as well, and Manis Smiris has put the ball into the back of the net for an absolute brilliant start to the game. We are 1-0 up against Vigo, barely 15 minutes onto the clock, and that is a very, very good start. Has everyone played? I feel like we're probably an early kickoff. We are. That's just great to that, and we don't go above Bilbao, who I don't have a clue who they're playing against. It doesn't say. They have got. Let's have a look. They've got Leganes, the last game of the season. I don't know where Leganes are in the table. I don't think they're challenging for anything. They are rock bottom. I don't think we're finishing 4th, but I think 5th place. If we do win today, I think 5th place will be the highest and lowest we can finish. Ruben Valencia has put the ball into the back of it to make it 1-1. We are on the attacking mentality. Don't know why. If we regain the lead, I think we do drop down to a positive mentality, because I don't think we need to be on a very attacking or just attacking, because Vigo are 12th. It's not like they're bottom like the Lagana is. Obviously, if they were in a relegation scrap, we would be attacking all day long, but considering where they are in the league, I think it was a very risky move from the assistant manager. Valencia has got the ball again, really put the ball into the box. I hope not. He cuts inside, takes a wicked deflection, and it has gone into the back of the net to make it 2-1 to Vigo. It's not ideal. It's not the end of the world if we don't win this game. I just want to have a decent outside chance of qualifying for the Champions League, which at the moment isn't going to happen. Hernandez has got the ball. That's not a bad free kick. Costa Silva rips, gets the header. I don't know if that was officially on target. I think it hit the woodwork, but either way, a very good opportunity. And Luchong tried to clear the ball upfield for Njantu to run onto, but that was pretty much the last play of the first half, and hopefully this second half much better than the first, because we played all right in the first half, but just had a sloppy 10-minute spell where Vigo had two players absolutely running right. They've gone to a flat back seven, have they? Absolutely ridiculous. Why have they done that? Do they think they're going to lose now? Possibly. They might do. We are going to get off Pablo Garcia. He's literally coming back from injury, so don't want to risk him. And same with Prente. He's going to make way for Arthur Vermeeren for the final 35 minutes. We've had 19 shots, 6 on target, and somehow we're losing 2-1. So I feel like there's got to be an equaliser in this game somewhere, whether that's within the next 5 minutes or a last minute equaliser. But Vigo have got the ball. Can we just try and get a tackle? And Akanji puts her foot in, but doesn't clear away any of the danger. But thankfully, the Vigo shot was dragged wide of the goal. Half an hour left to go. Come on, lads. Let's hopefully try and get an equaliser. Drop a little bit of encouragement in the hope we can get an equaliser within the next few minutes. And that should give us a bit of time to try and grab a winning goal. Smiris has got the ball. Really put the ball into the box. I think he will do. He does. Bernal hits the crossbar. Does fall to Smiris though. Can he put the ball back in the box? He was offside. That is very, very unfortunate. But we do have a throw in. Another dangerous area. That's a bit poor passing there. A little bit more power on the pass next time. Akanji. He's got the ball though. He goes inside. Come on. Bernal. Akanji. Then Njantu drags his shot just right of the goal. It does take a deflection, however, and we do get a corner, which we aren't going to see. That's quite frustrating. 15 minutes left to go, still chasing the equaliser, which we are creating a lot of opportunities, and hopefully one of those chances will find the back of the net. Akanji puts the ball into the back of the net, but the flag does go up. I'm hoping it counts. I'm hoping so, but I don't think it will do. Goal has been disallowed. That is very unfair, that, because I don't think he was offside. I mean, nobody was offside there, unless it was here. Yeah, Kanji very clearly offside when the ball was played. That is very, very unfortunate. But if we can create another couple of chances in the last 10 minutes, and try and put one of them into the back of the net, obviously that will get us back level. Not level on points with fourth place, whoever's up there, can't remember. We are going to get on Ortiz, probably making his final ever appearance. He's a player that's out of contract, and he's fairly rubbish. Even if he was contracted, he'd probably end up going at the end of the season. Furman's coming on for Hernandez for the final 5 minutes or so. Come on, lads. Let's try and get a late equaliser. Let's go for attacking. Let's throw everything. Throw the kitchen sink. Try and get an equaliser, and hopefully, obviously, we're not going to do much apart from just close the gap down on Bilbao, which ain't going to mean anything because this is the last game of the season. I don't want to lose it because I do want to go into the Conference League final with a decent result, but we are against Lausanne, and that should be a fairly simple win. Akanji whips in, and Njantu hits the crossbar. You've got to be joking. We're doing brilliantly in terms of creating chances, but we just lacked that killer instinct, and that was to put the ball into the back of the net. 25 shots, 6 on target. I mean, we know we can perform a lot better, but we did have a lot of injuries. We were missing I'd say four huge players. Obviously, Sergio was missing that game alongside a couple of other players, but that was very, very harsh result. I don't feel like we deserved to lose that at all. If we had maybe switched to a positive mentality as soon as we went 1 up, it might have been a different game and a different result. But hopefully, we can get the win against Lausanne, which will get us qualification into the Europa League and possibly the Champions League. The lineup for our match against Lausanne in the Conference League final. It will be Sissoko in goal, a back four of Lechong, Guga, Dervas and Leno. Prente at the base of a midfield, and supporting him we've got Vermin and Hernandez. We've got Smearis out on the right, Burnout on the left, then we've got Jantu up front. If I say so myself, that is a very strong starting 11, which is capable of winning the Conference League. I don't know how good Lausanne are. I did take a look at which league they're in. They're in the Swiss division. They're 6th, so I don't know if that explains a lot of how difficult or easy the Swiss league is, but they're 6th. And if they don't win this trophy, they're not playing European football next year, so that will I don't know if that will, I don't know what that will make us, the bad guys or the good guys. Hopefully we do come away with the trophy, but obviously if we don't win it, but it should be a fairly easy match. I think we're definitely far superior than Lausanne. I don't know how they did in the league phase. I don't know if they finished in the top 8 or had to go through the playoff phase, but hopefully we can try and get a fairly early-ish goal. We are once again on the attacking mentality. I feel like because we lost the last game, I feel like I don't want to stay on the attacking mentality for the whole game. So I think when we go 1 up, we do switch down to the positive mentality just to be on the safe side, because I don't really want to throw this game away if we do go 1 up and just stay on the mentality. So I'd rather drop down and preserve our energy, because the attacking mentality does have a higher tempo and a positive. So hopefully we can just try and conserve the energy for the whole 90 minutes. And Jantu is through a goal, and he does put us 1-0 up. Did he stay onside? That's the big question. I don't think it's going to be checked, and I think it's a perfectly timed run, and that is absolutely superb. We will drop down to a positive mentality, because I think we play better football on the lower mentality than we do on the attacking mentality, which seems a bit weird, but I think we do. That's just my opinion. But my assistant manager wants to play attacking. I'm not going to do that. Vermin. Oh, that's an absolute brilliant goal from Enrique Bernal. Absolutely superb. He's been brilliant in the Conference League, and he's done some great stuff in the league as well. But in the Conference League, that is where he has come alive, and that is absolutely ridiculous. Takes the shot and finds the top right hand corner to make it 2-0. And I think it's probably too early to say, but judging by the stats, Lausanne aren't getting back into this game. They've had 0 shots on goal. I kind of feel a bit bad for their fans. They haven't even shown up for the final yet, but then we are half an hour in. They might turn up in the second half, but if we can get a third goal, and Lausanne still haven't recorded any shots on goal, that was close. I think that probably would be the game, set a match, and the competition, the Conference League, all wrapped up for this year's Globe Explorer, because I don't think we've ever won this competition yet. So I don't think we won it on last series, the last couple of series of the Globe Explorer. But okay, let's see if we can just hold on. I thought we were going to get a third goal. I still think we could potentially get a third goal before half time. Lausanne still haven't recorded a shot on goal yet, which I would take all day long. I would take it. I thought it was going to be a little bit more of a challenging game, but we played the 2 best teams in the quarterfinal and the semi-final. Those were Middlesbrough and Inter Milan. Apart from that, Rest of them, pretty simple going. But now, with the ball, plays the ball to Hernandez, and we are 3-0 up on the stroke of half-time. We've actually got a minute left to go. We've got time for potentially a fourth goal, and we do have 30 seconds left to go. Lausanne have got the ball, knocking the ball round the back. I hope they don't get a shot on goal. Please don't let them have a shot. Well done, Dervas. Very good defender. The Chong now to Vermin. This is looking very positive. Now to Enchantu. This is looking very good indeed. Smiris, come on. Oh, that was looking like a goal, but very unfortunate not to be. Well, I thought it was half time. Turns out the chance was offside, so even if we did find the back of it, it wouldn't have been allowed. But for a first half performance, that is absolutely top quality. 24 shots, 10 on target. Lausanne, I mean, what's the point of talking about them? Because they literally did nothing in that first half, and I doubt they're gonna have a shot in the second half. They might have one or two. I'm still quite amazed that their goalkeeper's been given a 6.7 rating. He's conceded 3 goals. I mean, the attack. I don't know what the left winger's doing to receive a 6.6. They haven't scored any goals or had any shots yet, and we've got half an hour left to go. I think we can safely say. I think we can probably just tell whoever writes the names on the trophies just to start writing it now, because I don't see us spotted in this one now. Smiris is tiring, so we'll get on Pablo Garcia onto that right hand side, and Jantu is going to make way for Angel. I think that'll probably be it in terms of changes for now. But 25 minutes left to go of the Conference League final against Lausanne. We are pretty much dominating the stats. We've had 30 shots, 10 on target, still leading 3-0. We do have a corner which Garcia is going to take short. Back to Garcia, and that was very close for, I don't know who it was. I might have been Leno, might have been Bernal. Certainly one of our players that came very close to putting the ball into the back of the net for the 4th goal of the game, which hopefully is coming very, very soon. Prente now with the ball back to Guga. Can we just try and get the ball upfield? It's not going to matter if we lose the ball, because Lausanne aren't going to do much with it. Leno now to Angel. He heads it. It's a good save from the Lausanne goalkeeper, who, I must admit, has had a pretty decent game. Apart from conceding the 3 goals in the first half, he's not had a bad game. Made a couple of decent saves, that one included. And we do win another corner with Vermin. It's going to take it short once again. We've seen a lot of short corners this game. Garcia with the strike. It's another corner. Takes a slight deflection. I didn't see much of it, but this is a very one-sided final. I don't expect finals to be one-sided. I mean, how the hell? How have Lausanne got a corner? How have they had a corner and no shots? Unless it was a blocked cross, which that I could understand. But how they haven't had a shot yet, I do not know. We are going to get off Hernandez. We're going to get on Young's, what's his name? I don't know his name. Nayuri Cruz. He looks pretty decent. 2 stars of capability, 4 stars of potential. He's just played games as and when he wants to. I'm not going to say he's a first team regular in the future. He is wanted by a Saudi club, so I think potentially get him gone, and that will give us a couple £1 million. I mean, he is valued at £10 million. If he does go for that, that would be absolutely huge for a guy that's barely stepped foot in the first team. That we could sell for 10 million. That would be absolutely brilliant. Cruz has got the ball. Will he have a shot? Imagine if he scores. That would be absolutely unbelievable. That would surely add another 10 million to its value. But are we going to go the whole game without Lausanne having a single shot on goal? I think we might do, because we've got 3 minutes of additional time, and we're going to do it. We have won the Conference League final. First time of asking. That is a pretty very snazzy trophy, if I say so myself. I'm the first one on the podium. Am I going to pick up the trophy? I am not. I'm very disappointed in myself. But who is that? Who is that picking up the trophy? I don't know who it is. I don't know if it's Spearis, Dervas. Obviously someone on the bench. But we've done it. We've won the Conference League. Our first major trophy in this save. I don't think we've won any other trophies. We might have won the FA Trophy with Weston-Super-Mare. We did win the win the FA Trophy with Weston-Super-Mare by beating Newport. I remember that season. Very good season. What a win. What a win. Do we qualify? I know we're already in the Europa League, but do we qualify for the Champions League as well? That would be quite something if we can do that, but I don't think that's going to happen. But we do win the Conference League, which does get us a spot in the Europa League. But I do want to see what sort of budgets we will be working with for the transfer window, which would be absolutely brilliant if we could get over 40 million. That would be absolutely huge. Here we go. Board set. Initial budgets. Did I win anything? Bonnie? I don't really care about that. Bernal wins Young Player of the Season. That is very, very good. He's going to be one for the future. Definitely one for the future next year. Whether that be in this team or another team, possibly unknown. But board set initial budgets. We've won the Conference League and in the Europa League, and they give me £8 million, albeit finances don't look great, but £8 million. That is absolutely that's an absolute tragedy, that transfer budget. So I guess there'll be a lot of players leaving in tomorrow's episode, where hopefully we build a good enough squad capable of winning the Europa League. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more Daily Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.